Alright, so I'm going to be talking about a game that I recently played in solo duo. This game occurred during my Gold 1 to Plat 4 promos. Needless to say, it was probably the game that put my mental to the test the most out of my entire ranked experience. Essentially, I'm going to show you what exactly happened in this game, and just kind of reflect on it and talk about my solo duo experience overall this season. So, we start the game by just going to clear wolves. I'm versing Graves in the jungle. Zach's early game, pre-combo, pre-level 3 gameplay is horrible. You don't want to fight anyone because you're just a tank, you don't do damage. Your goal is to just get level 3 and then start getting gang stun. So, knowing this, I need to speed clear this blue buff as quick as I can. I take the explosive plan over, and to ensure he has to fully walk around and can't dash over, and obviously blow himself into it. I oracle it to ensure it's not warded. However, it wasn't warded, he was quick on the rotate. I do successfully smite the buff, and this is where my team begins rotating, because obviously I'm in need of help. My top lane comes to help, but he does not want to fight this, which is very fair, as this is a fight we do not win. However, the mid lane walks into this on a full HP Tryndamere with Ignite at full rage, misses everything, causes our Nasus to try and help him, but obviously ignited in return. We are pushed under tower, and unfortunately, I miss every ability to keep the Nasus alive, which ultimately kills him. However, I do survive, but I do lose my passive. Diana gets away. Now we come to our next encounter with the Yasuo. As I pass through my red side, I do just catch a glimpse of Graves. I do ping the Yasuo that he is in the general area and that he must back, as this is a fight, once again, we must not take. Yasuo begins to continue farming, which ultimately gets him caught out. I prepare to go in, but then I realize that he will die, and I want to give the kill to Yasuo because he is already behind. At this point, it wasn't too bad, but I could sense that he was getting a little bit tilted with everything. Now we come to our next encounter with Yasuo. I begin to run down bot as I know Graves is there after getting dragon. Yasuo, knowing it's just him and Diana, he continues to fight, even though he knows he loses that fight, which obviously he loses. I'm down bottom, trying to counter gank bot lane. I kill the Graves, and then we continue to go in on a really good engage by Morgana. I ensure that they both secure a kill, and that is that fight done. At this point, Yasuo is slightly tilted. Now our next encounter begins. Yasuo is freely farming. Obviously he knows Diana is backed, so he's making sure this is pushed up to ensure she doesn't get any minions. After numerous pings by Draven and our top laner Nasus, he still continues to walk near where the pings are going off. He gets vision and realizes he's trapped between the top laner and the jungler. He is dashing around them, playing it as well as he can. I notice he hits a 2-man ulti, so I'm trying to help him. I do once again unfortunately miss my E, but I try to ult the 2 strong people away and try to buy them time to kill Tryndamere. It does not work, and which leads to a Diana double kill, which is already tough. We've now successfully just achieved a double kill. He is obviously looking around for CS, and because we're at a point in the game where he's done nothing but troll, he then begins trying to steal the CS. He obviously misses and wastes his flash into the wall, and that's about it for that. This is the #1 sign that he's already just tilted and he's gone out of his mind. Now we see a fight breaking out between the two once again. Morgana hits a very nice Q, and then obviously sets up a very nice fight. She is not able to control how much damage she does and is just trying to keep it down. Obviously, he's already lost his mental at this point and he decides to disconnect. Not for very long, he does end up coming back. How long? That's how long. And then that's when he comes back to steal Nasus's farm, who was already behind in the game. We've now just started a fight. This is a do or die type fight. This will be the one that determines what happens. Successfully, I'm able to go in and lock down most of the champions with the help of Morgana. And Draven is there to clean up nicely. I realize there is still a fight happening, and Draven is just a fucking maniac and runs in. If this Draven was not in the game, it would have been a very, very different outcome. Now we make our way towards the end of the game. Draven, who once again very strong, is able to stay alive with the help of Morgana and continue to fight the war. He is then killed, but Yasuo, after stealing a lot of farm off the Nasus, is able to continue to help me push up and end the game. Alright, so basically I just want to summarize that game after just looking at it, because obviously I've already explained a few times he was trolling. There was evidence of him leaving the game because he didn't get a kill. There was evidence of him stealing a Nasus's farm, which is very crucial to that champion in order to get to late game. That was just the bare minimum of what I could show you, because there was honestly much more piled in, but I'm also just wanted to talk about it than show it, because there were instances of him running it down. Although he only did it once, it still happened, and I didn't want to show it because there was no point in showing it. Everyone knows what running it down is, and everyone hates it. There was a lot more I couldn't show you, which involved him typing, which it won't show me in the replay. And there were a lot more pings, which, once again, I can't really get because the replay won't really accurately give me the pings. And there was just overall, he was a very toxic player. His mental was very low. There was no reason for it. Because when Nasus and I were in this game, we were trying to stay composed, because it was a very, although it didn't look it for a 24-minute-ish game, when you have a fed Diana and a Graves that's going very well, it can look really daunting. However, our bot lane, which I very much tried to focus on because they were getting things done, they were able to really tie up the game and bring it back. They knew when to go in, when not to go in. They knew how to play safe, which is fantastic. But the reason I'm making this video is because this one single player, almost completely ruined the experience for the four of us. He would start FF votes. We got to a point where it was before 20, sorry, and we had 4 votes to say yes, and me being the vote that was no, because at this point in League, there's no point of surrendering, there's no point of giving up, because you never know the outcome until it happens. So you may as well just play it out no matter how difficult it is. And this game, as I've said, didn't look it. It was very, very difficult. It was a lot harder than it had to be. And I kind of just wanted to shine some light on some of the other gold players, because for the last couple seasons that I have been playing this game, I have been gold. The last 2 seasons, I haven't even wanted to try get past gold, because I get to a point where I'm just winning and losing, and it's just back and forth. I'm not progressing anywhere, and it's because of players like this Yasuo that continue to just flame everyone, ruin everyone else's mood, and then that's it. Like, his whole goal is to just queue up, and if one bad thing happens, that's it, it's done. And I absolutely hate it. I've gotten to a point where if you're just giving up 5 minutes into the game because of one bad play, then you shouldn't be playing League, because this game is literally set up on being able to make major comebacks, being able to just constantly fix a situation that looked terrible but now isn't too bad. League is so, like, as tilting as it can be, it is so fun, because there is always a chance to do something great when it looks very negative for you. And this Yasuo, unfortunately, is one of the many that plague gold tier ranked games. I see so many people flaming, myself included that gets flamed, saying, "You're stuck in this elo, haha, this is great." But, like, the problem is, they're stuck in this elo as well. And we're stuck in, and there are really good gold players out there. I have seen gold players, and I swear some of them honestly perform better than some challengers I see. And unfortunately, they don't get to show that because of games like this that I've shown you, where it is just one person ruining the experience for everyone else, and they don't get banned for it. That is my issue with the game. It is people trying, they are keeping composed as much as they can, but there is only so much you can hold back before just this, before they just get away with it. And it's a horrible experience in gold, and I just feel that it needs to be spoken about. You hear a lot about this talk in the higher ranks, but no one really talks about gold, because honestly, just there are so many people that deserve to be higher ranked, and they're not allowed to do it because of the amount of people that are physically stopping them from going up. No matter how well these players play, their game is decided by one person, and that's it. Just a very toxic person. And my only hope is that just people change their mindsets and try not to give up so easily, because every game, no matter how bad, every game can be winnable, and it's just a matter of putting the effort in and trying. Anyways, that's all I got on this. Just my thoughts on gold tiers and just players like this that plague the game. And that's it.